Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Puts him in the spinner, still running. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So the Baylor Bears offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David.
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that now, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Baylor! Lining up to add another. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner is stopped. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Kansas State quick to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Offense set on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Stennis. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. It's complete to the right. Oh, he got loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's O'Neal. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Off the play fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Davis. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Looking for space. It's Stennis. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. Going up top on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. Great move there. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UMass. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The sure hands. It's Washington. Stopped after making the catch.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Still looking, on the move. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking. drives rolling here in the second. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Kansas State pushing the pace.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Looking to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. He makes the connection. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Wide open downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Washington. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do.
And that pass intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Dennis.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Pocket starts to collapse. A little screen to the running back. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Wildcats moving quickly to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Got a man. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. A 3rd down try for the offense. They'll try to run for it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The give from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Easy. Looking to move it through the air. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's O'Neal. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some...
Looking for a deep man. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the 3rd quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Keeps it on the bootleg. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll throw it. For the 3rd straight play, the pass ball's incomplete.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Keeps looking downfield. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. A designed run for the quarterback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Wildcats! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Baylor offense will take over.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a score. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They are so close to a score they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing.
And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown, Baylor! A great catch and run for 6. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be knocked down. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Kansas stay quick to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Got it behind the line. It's Davis.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Running with power. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 13 to Syracuse. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. Nice job.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. On On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Baylor! And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. K-State has the ball back in the Power Cat offense. Pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. They'll run the screen. At midfield, he's got room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it, and they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Time to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Makes the grab over the middle. Tackle is made after the first down. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're bringing heat. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And we are all tied up here in the 4th. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Fires left. He's got him wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
He looks that one in nicely. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wideout in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. Caught near the sideline, it's O'Neal. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Comes out throwing on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Bears with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Bears! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly effective. Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. To the air. It's Barnett. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. A 1st down for the offense. The give to the left side. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it out. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack. Kansas State pushing the pace. And they spike it to stop the clock.
Coming up, 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's a throw downfield late. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.